I cannot help but laugh. I was reading some of the exchanges in the chat here as you guys were attempting to play trivia. Some hilarious stuff. You guys are awesome. Someone actually reached out to me and asked what the Ready, Set, Go preview show was. And I explained to them that it was a live show that I do every single week, typically on Sunday night at 7:30 p.m. Pacific time. And I basically told them that if you are going to join this chat, or this live stream, you may want to show up early. And I'm like, you want to show up early because there is a robust chat that actually goes on before the show even starts. And as I kind of perused some of the comments that you guys were making with the trivia and other things, you guys did not let me down in case that person showed up. So hello, good evening to the comic book soldiers that are out there that have joined me on this Sunday night. I don't know about you guys, but this weekend went extremely fast. It was a swift weekend. Yeah, now I have to go back to work this week. So let me say hello to some comic book soldiers that have joined me here in the room, and then we are going to get ourselves started. My man Randy Snake is in the house. How you doing, brother? Sent me a pretty dope AOK that I unboxed today and filmed. You guys will probably see this in maybe 2 weeks or so. Shout out to you, Randy. It's always good to see you. Johnny Future is in the house. How you doing, brother? It is always good to see you for certain. Johnny Future asked me a trivia question a couple of days ago, and I don't know if he mentioned it here, but he was asking the question of which character burned a copy of Hulk #1. If he did not throw that out there, I will throw it out there now. I will allow him in the comment section to address it. But Johnny Future, it is always good to see you, my friend. I appreciate your friendship. Jeffrey is in the house. How you doing? Matthew is in the house. How you doing? If you guys didn't know, Matthew is a fantastic artist. I actually picked up a piece of artwork from this gentleman that I'll be showing you guys as soon as it arrives. Very talented young man. Wish that I had that talent. Matt, how you doing, brother? It is good to see you, my friend. I appreciate your direct messages over the last couple of days. Jerry is in the house. How you doing, my friend? Chris Bigger is here. I realized I was going a little long, so speed up. Tina, how you doing, Tina? It is always good to see you. Definitely appreciate your friendship. I also sent you an email, Tina, so if you get a chance to check that out. My Canadian brother Rush is in the house. How you doing? Scrolling down through the names here. Again, you guys were having a robust conversation. My man Squirrel Madness Comics is here. It's good to see you, my friend. I appreciate your behind the scenes comments as well. And congrats on those books that you just picked up. Myth Lab Music. It's good to see you, my friend. All right, so let's get this show on the road. Definitely want to thank everybody for hanging out just a little bit. Rob Boswell just dropped in talking about greetings and salutations. I said that to at work the other day, and my VP of the office actually saluted me. He felt that I was overly formal, but whatever. It is good to see you guys, and I want to thank everybody for taking a little bit of time out of their Sunday night to join me here for the show. We are actually going to take off, if you will, some current events, some current happenings that are out there in the marketplace. A couple of things that I want to make you guys aware of, and we're gonna talk maybe a little Marvel, little IDW, and a little bit of DC as well. We are going to spread the love all across the different publishers that are out there. So the very first thing, and I'm actually going to share my screen here. The very first thing that I want to show you guys as I jump into this, if I can do it correctly, let's see if I can, is this image right here. This little piece of dopeness that is on your screen right now. In May, specifically May 20th, DC is actually going to be celebrating the 80th anniversary of Green Lantern. And it's actually pretty cool what they are attempting to do. They're actually going to be dropping a 100-page super spectacular issue. And this super spectacular issue that they're going to be dropping is basically, again, a tribute to the 80 years of Green Lantern. And what they're going to be doing is that they're going to release 8 variants. And I don't know if it's limited to 8, but they identify 8 variants. And each one of these variants is going to basically represent about 10 years of time. And what they're going to do is to have a creative team work on each one of those 10 10-year increments, right, for a total of 8. And so some of the artists that have been identified for these 8 variants is, I mean, it's a heavy hitter list. It really is a heavy hitter list, and it includes Neil Adams. And you guys will actually see something that I'm doing with Neil Adams a little bit later this week. There's also going to be a cover from David Finch, super talented artist. Philip Tan. I actually own one piece of original art, and it is a Philip Tan piece when he did, I think it was Uncanny X-Men 471, page 11, I want to say, to be specific. And then, of course, my man Jim Lee is actually going to be working on one of those. Again, the 80th anniversary celebrating Green Lantern. And I honestly, to kind of get in the spirit of this, even though it's a little ways away, I actually sat down and read the first appearance of Hal Jordan today. What is that? Showcase 22. I actually read it. I did not realize just how robust an issue that was, right? I got to the end of the first story and was like, man, that was brief. And then I realized that there were multiple stories within the same comic, and they were actually pretty good. I've read some of the newer Green Lantern stuff that is out there, and I haven't quite enjoyed it, but I read this and I thought it was actually pretty darn good. So I'm actually probably going to continue reading some of this early Green Lantern stuff, because I feel like Green Lantern is a character that I could like, you know? And so I want to continue reading it because, again, I actually enjoyed Showcase 22. So I don't know if there's any Green Lantern fans that are out there, but this is one that I definitely enjoyed and wanted to kind of highlight for you guys. In the event that you are a Green Lantern fan, in the event that you actually want to pick up one of these cool books, and I can see you guys talking about some of the Walmart special stuff that's actually going on right now. I know that that is one of the things that people are actively kind of hunting down, is one of those exclusives, which I think is supposed to be like a first appearance of a character that's going to have some significance. So the other thing that I kind of thought about when I read this post, all of this news around Green Lantern, what I kind of thought about was how it's just an interesting time right now, because they are celebrating so many of these important milestones in comics. So you have 80th with Green Lantern. You recently had Superman. You had Batman. You had the fake gimmick of Marvel 1000. You had Wonder Woman reach a milestone. I think it was 750 issues or something like that. You now have the Green Lantern. And then on the horizon, you actually have Spider-Man. On the horizon, you have Spider-Man, who is getting closer to 900 issues. I want to say that he's at 840 right now, but getting very close to 900, and 1,000 isn't that far away, but definitely a really cool moment in time for us as comic book fans to be able to kind of celebrate some of these moments with some of our favorite characters. So let me see if you guys are making any Wonder Woman 750 was cool, says Greek Freak. Let me scroll through and see if there's any other comments about here. Don't even bother with the Walmart variants. There's a comment here. Spider-Man will be at 1,000 within the decade. Yeah, and I want to say, I don't know how far away 900 is. I would have to think about that. It's probably at least a couple of years away though before he gets to 900, but it is on the horizon. It is definitely on the horizon. I want to say that this Wonder Woman, I eyeballed one of those really great distressed covers of hers, and I don't think I got the book. I actually don't think that I got the book, and I wish that I had, because it's an important milestone, definitely an important milestone. So wanted to make you guys aware of that, what was happening with Green Lantern. Again, I think about my man Thanatos anytime I think about anything that is related to Green Lantern. So all right, so the next thing that I want to throw up here on the screen to mention to you guys is a TV show, and it is actually a pretty cool TV show that I actually started watching on Wednesday. I want to say it was like Wednesday of this week. I started to watch this one, and this is actually Lock and Key. This is Lock and Key on Netflix, and if you guys haven't seen this, I definitely encourage you to check it out. They have some young actors that are actually in this show. and they're actually not bad. They do a better job than some young actors that we've seen in like their first season of like Raising Dion, and then also the Stranger Things. There was some rockiness in the early episodes of Stranger Things, which I think is also coming back for season 4. But Lock and Key is actually a pretty cool thing. And the only bone that I will pick with this is that they say here that it is based upon a best-selling graphic novel. And I wish they had just said a comic book. I wish that they had just said it is based upon a comic book. And that would have actually been cool if they had just laid it out there and actually declared that it was a comic and not necessarily a graphic novel. It validates us a little bit. So what was this? It says that the last TV show you recommended was The Boys. So man, The Boys was good. The Boys was a good show. It's a different show from this one. But this one is also fun. I've never actually read a Lock and Key comic. Never actually read one of the comics, but I did enjoy it. What is this? The Almighty Liger King says, I'm still trying to get through The Watcher. I gave up. The Witcher. I gave up on it. The struggle was real. The struggle was real with that. And I really, really wanted to watch this show and I could not do it. I could not do it. I gave it the old college try and the troops did not rally. The troops did not rally. Is this the right image? Yeah. So this is actually the first comic right here. This is from IDW. Not the best image. I struggled to find the actual correct image. And this was a lower grade version of it. But this is basically the comic. This is Lock and Key #1 from IDW Publishing. Really nice copy from Joe Hill was the writer on this thing. Pretty nice comic, man. And again, I think I am not saying to go out and buy it. I just thought it was cool that there is another property that is on TV, on a streaming service that is related to a comic. I do not own this one. I have not given any thought to any kind of value associated with this thing. I just thought it was a cool TV show and thought it was cool that it was actually tied to a comic, which is why I'm flagging it for you guys right now. So if you haven't seen it on Netflix, check it out. If you're watching The Witcher, abandon ship and head over to check out Lock and Key. Cause, what is this? I hate when people call comic books graphic novels like they're ashamed to read them. Yeah, and that's the thing. They call it a graphic novel because novels are cerebral, right? This one, basically what they're trying to say is it's a novel with a couple of pictures. No, it is a comic book full of pictures with some words sprinkled in. Don't sidestep the media. But yeah, I mean, it's a comic book and there's no way around that. There's no way around that. October, did I watch this one? I want to say I watched this one too. I was on a little bit of a tear with TV as of late. I want to say that I watched that one. I have not seen this trailer. I may have to check it out, but I was super excited that Stranger Things is actually coming back for us another season. I think this is season 4. Stranger Things is, to me, one of the most fantastic shows that is out there. There was something just charming about that show that I've enjoyed from the opening credits in season 1. I've enjoyed that one. So looking forward to checking that one out. They always say, what is this? They always say graphic novel, but recently I just saw one that surprised said based on a comic. What? Bello. I need to find that one because I want to enjoy the acknowledgement of the media. Is that one based upon a comic too? I gotta look this one up real quick. Pardon me. Let me go look at this one to make sure that I actually saw this one. Did I see this one? Oh, you know what? Here it is. Let me see if I can pull this thing up. Let me see if I can do this the right way, because I would have to agree. I did indeed watch this one and I felt like it ended too soon. I could have watched more of this show. This is actually a pretty good show. I actually watched this one first and then ended up watching Lock and Key. I felt like this show ended a little too soon. It was a little hokey in parts, but I actually enjoyed this show. I thought the acting was pretty good. There were some things that I didn't necessarily agree with, but by and large, it was an entertaining show. I actually hope that they bring this one back for a second season, because I would absolutely watch it. Absolutely watch this one again. Did not know that it was based upon a comic, but to be honest with you, it does not surprise me in the least. Not surprised in the least. And again, I've said this before. Right now, we are in a fantastic time when so many of our comics and our comic properties are being picked up and turned into movies and into TV shows on the streaming services, on the big screens. It is definitely an exciting time. So I just lost my chat, which is never a good thing. Never a good thing for me when this actually happens. So bear with me as I try to pop over to the YouTube machine and find the chat over there. But yeah, I mean, I think we are definitely living in a very good time in which we have an opportunity to really see a lot of this great stuff that we enjoy come to the big screen, you know? So let me see. Make sure Matthew's talking about got his driver's permit. Let me scroll through and see if I missed anything as I switched over. Making sure, scrolling. Greek Free says October looks cool. It was cool. It was definitely cool. Scrolling through some of the comments, you guys are going to have to bear with me as I'm going to have to bounce back and forth between things. Bello says, I'll see if October real fast. It was recent. Yeah. All right. Cool. I think I'm up to date. All right. And I hate when I lose my chat because it definitely throws things off just a little bit. So Lock and Key was like the second thing that I wanted to talk about. And the very last thing that I'm actually going to talk. Well, no, it's a couple of more. It's spoilers ahead. I am super pumped for the upcoming issue of Marauders. And I actually don't have an image of this to actually show you guys on screen, but I am super pumped for the upcoming issue of Marauders. And I'm pumped about it because Kitty Pryde to some that don't know her, Kate Pryde has been discovered, and the upcoming Marauders 8 is going to be a very good issue, I do believe. If you guys have been following the Dawn of X stuff, if you've been following Marauders, this is going to be a very cool issue. And it's going to be cool because if you've been following it, Kate was not able to get to the island of Krakoa. There's reasons for that, which we don't quite understand. But because she was unable to get to the island, she is believed to be unable to be reincarnated the way that they've been reincarnating mutants with the Five. And there is a possibility that Kate is actually dead, and Kate is like the Red Queen. And so it is going to be a good issue. I think there's going to be some things that might be revealed regarding Kate that I'm actually looking forward to. And again, people are like, there were some people that did not get on board with what is happening right now with Dawn of X. I definitely want to encourage you guys to check it out because this is actually really cool. Hydra Collectible, my man in the UK across the pond, recently started his own channel. Hydra Collectibles is here. He says Marauders is fire. He could be a little sleep deprived because it is in the middle of the night, but in this case, I will agree with him. I think that it is hot. What is this? Bearded Comic Collector says, just got Marauder 7. Like this run, best of the 6 titles. Bro, Jerry Conway is killing it. He is Marauders. I was captivated with issue 1 of Marauders, and I cannot say the same thing about any of the other titles, including X-Men #1. Marauders is official. It is official. It is the one that I actually look forward to reading the most because it is really, really that good. There is no Red King. It is the Red Queen. They faked this out. They faked this out. I predicted that it was going to be the Blob. The Blob still hasn't been seen. I don't know where he is. I was wrong, but it is actually a Red Queen and Kate Pryde. Kate Pryde is the Red Queen. So there you go. Scrolling through some of the comments here. Backseat Driver, my man, 5280 says, Marauders has been fantastic. I'm glad that I added to my pull list. Didn't have it on originally. Brother, I'm glad you adjusted because it is dope. I'm telling you, it is dope. I also enjoy X-Force. Maybe second or third. I'm enjoying what they're doing with X-Force. I'm enjoying that concept. So I'm definitely X-Force. There you go. Hydra's like Marauders and X-Force has been best in his opinion. There you go. It is definitely a good couple of series. So there's some new stuff that is going to be coming out that I've talked about in previous episodes of Ready, Set, Go. With my thoughts on the Dawn of X. So I'm actually going to leave that there as I transition on to some other topics. You guys, back behind me, you can see basically a tribute wall to Jack King Kirby. It is a tribute wall to him. There is a wonderful piece in the middle that my head blocks. Right there, that piece that my head is blocking perfectly right there. It is a recreation, cover recreation of Fantastic Four 49. But on the left and the right, you basically see some fantastic art from Jack King Kirby. What is really cool is that the book up there, The Machine Man #1, I actually thoroughly enjoyed this series. I got on a big Jack Kirby kick about a year ago and just started reading and buying anything related to Jack Kirby because I just enjoyed him, and mostly as an artist. And then I found some appreciation for him as a writer. But Machine Man is coming back. Machine Man 2020 is actually coming back. And I want to say it's actually coming back maybe next week. And it's coming back because of like Iron Man 2020. There's some things that are going on there with like a robot revolution and some other stuff. I have not been reading Iron Man 2020, but I might check out a copy of Machine Man 2020 just because, again, I dig Machine Man because of Jack King Kirby. So just wanted to make you guys aware of that in case you happen to be a fan of Machine Man. All right. So one last announcement, and then we are actually going to get into this giveaway. Let me make sure. Chris Bigger, you are hilarious. You are hilarious. Oh, Almighty Liger King. Dude, Destiny was like, burn it down. Man, that was a fantastic issue and cliffhanger where she was like, they are going to say that they're going to bring me back. If they don't bring me back, I want you to burn it all down. Man, that was a good issue. I'm telling you, read Dawn of X. There is some good stuff that is happening in X-Force and Marauders and X-Men. There is some good stuff that is happening. And the thing is that they cannot bring Destiny back, because if they bring Destiny back, then she will be able to see what is going to happen, all the stuff that Charles and Magneto and Moira don't want us to see. And man, it is such a good read. There are so many layers to this stuff. And there were a lot of people that skipped House of X and Powers of 10. There was some foundational stuff there that if you can get a graphic novel or whatever to be able to read some of that stuff, I would encourage you to read it, because it sets a tone. It sets a tone for things that are going to be coming down the line. So the very last thing I want to mention to you guys again before I actually get into the giveaway this week for Go Collect is I am going to put up on the community tab. I'm going to put up on the community tab tonight, as soon as the show wraps up, a link for people to be able to enter the giveaway for one of these. This one's mine. This was mine. You can't have this one. But I partnered up with Mark, the artist that did this recreation for me. And to kind of celebrate my 2-year anniversary here on YouTube, he has graciously donated a recreation. And he was vacillating because of you guys, between two covers. One was an ASM cover and one was Giant Eyes X-Men #1. I think it was ASM 314 or 316. I can't remember exactly. And then Giant Eyes X-Men #1. And he has made a decision. He has started the project. He has made progress on the cover that he's recreated. I'm not going to tell you which one, but I definitely want to encourage you guys to check him out. Frog Boy, check him out on Instagram. And I think tonight, possibly tonight, potentially into tomorrow, he is actually going to put up an update on his channel, on his Instagram channel, showing you guys exactly what book he is actually going to work on. So if you are interested, it is FRAWGBOY, Frog Boy, on Instagram. You will actually be able to see what he has landed on for a cover recreation. But like I was saying, on the community tab tonight, there will be a link. All you do is go over to the community tab. You find the post where I'm talking about this cover restoration. You click on the link, you plug in your information. You are automatically in the running. There's no video to watch. None of that kind of stuff. You were automatically entered into the running simply by clicking on that link that I will post up tonight. Now, there are some caveats. You do have to be a resident of the United States or have a mailing address in the US. Those are the only requirements. And this is something that we're doing. And the reason that we had to limit it to the United States is because it is actually a pretty big piece. Despite how small it appears behind my head, it is actually a pretty big piece. And because shipping is expensive, we have limited to the United States. So hopefully everybody kind of understands where we're coming from. But huge shout out to Frog Boy, my man Mark, for hooking me up with this piece right here, and also for doing a fantastic AOK back to the community. Check him out later tonight if you guys get a chance. All right. So let me scroll down and make sure that I haven't missed anything. So let me see. ASM Annual 1 will be a killer painting, says Brett Hess Art. Giant Size X-Men, says Jeffrey. Chris Bigger's like hot. Follow Frog Boy on Instagram, says my man Jeffrey. Yes, please follow him. He is a good dude. Hydra Collectibles, like, he is very talented. So check it out. I think he's actually going to put it up, like I said, tonight. Yeah, I think it was. Oh, I misspoke. Thank you, Matthew. Matthew is correct. Thank you. I think it is Amazing Spider-Man 39. You have my apologies. I think it is Amazing Spider-Man 39 and Giant Size X-Men #1. Too many numbers, a lot of stuff in my head. Shout out to Tina and Squirrel Madness for agreeing that Mark is indeed awesome. All right. So with that, again, look for that link a little bit later tonight. I want to try to get it up before the night is over so that you guys can actually enter this giveaway and have a chance to get a pretty cool pretty cool piece of art for your comic book room, your comic book space, whatever it happens to be. All right. So with that, it is time to give away a cool book. And this is it right here. This is Atlas Comics Spellbound number 12, 3.0. This is a Stan Lee story, and we are going to give this book away right now. So there were people that watched videos over the course of this week, and in one of those videos, they found a phrase, and they plugged that phrase into MailChimp after finding the link on the community tab. So we're going to be giving that book away, along with this exclusive variant from Go Collect. And then also you will get, if you are the winner, a t-shirt. And the t-shirts come in large and extra large. They come in dark gray like that, and then also light gray. So if you are the winner, you will get all three of the things that I just sent you after you send me an email to Regie@RegieCollects.com telling me your shirt size and color that you want, and then also providing me with your screen name, your government name, and your mailing address. I will bundle this stuff up and get it shipped out to you. All right. And we do this every single week. So huge shout out to the folks at Go Collect who continue to support me in being able to do just these really cool giveaways every single week. So we're going to go ahead and roll some dice here and see how many times we're going to have to randomize this list. It was a total of 4. So we're going to randomize this list a total of 4 times. But before we randomize it 4 times, we're actually going to look at the list of names to make sure that, everyone that entered is actually on here. There were some people that actually spelled the entry incorrectly. And because spelling did count, I was unable to include those. And the phrase for this week was spelling bee. Spelling bee was the phrase, and spelling does count. So those people that actually spelled it incorrectly, I had to throw those entries out. But these are all of the individuals that were able to successfully find the video, find the link, and then plug in the phrase into the box. So we're going to randomize this thing a total of 4 times. And then we are going to give away some cool stuff. So that is 1 right there. 215 names. Here is 2. Scrolling down, here is 3. And the winner of this week's Go Collect giveaway is Vista, Monte Vista. Monte Vista, you, sir, I'm guessing, are the winner of this week's Go Collect giveaway, Monte Vista. Please send me an email to Regie@RegieCollects. com, giving me all of your contact information as well as your shirt size and color preference. And I will get this stuff bundled up and sent out to you. Again, Monte Vista, congratulations for winning this week's Go Collect giveaway. And so before we keep this thing moving on, I actually want to show you guys this next book. If you were in a live stream, I want to say earlier this week, maybe you guys actually picked this book. And I think you actually picked pretty well. I personally think that you guys picked pretty well. I think you picked B. I think B was the book that you guys actually picked. And this is it. This is the book that you guys picked this week. It is, and this is this upcoming week's giveaway. It is Doctor Strange #1. It is the first appearance of the Silver Dagger, and the story continues from Marvel Premiere #14. This is actually signed by Frank Bruner, who is the artist. He actually did the cover and I think some of the interior artwork. Doctor Strange #1 from 1974. Really, really cool book, I think. But this is the one that you guys selected. This is the one that we are going to be giving away this week. Bearded comic collectors, like, Doctor Strange is the bomb. So this is the book that is going to be given away. So I definitely want to encourage you guys to stay tuned to the channel to watch all of the videos that are going to be coming out this week, Monday through Friday. And in one of those videos, there will be a phrase. You will capture that phrase. You will head over to the community tab. You will click the link. You will plug in 3 pieces of information. 2 of them are relevant to you. 1 of them is the phrase that I would have given you in the video. And then you are basically in the running. So what is this? Oh my goodness. Chris Bigger says, the new guy who does the Go Collect videos is dope. So if you guys did not know, I recently did a deal with Go Collect whereby I am basically hosting their weekly speculation recap video. And it is honestly just an honor to have been asked to host this show. And it's a lot of fun because I basically recap some fantastic blog posts by different bloggers all across the country. And they may be broader than that, but I assume that they are like all across the country. Some of them are actually subscribers of this channel, which I think is really cool. But basically I do a recap. I do a recap of these blog posts that have come out over the course of the week about speculation. And then I kind of, intertwine my thoughts into those, respective, recaps of these blog posts. And we did week one. We did week 1 last week. And within a couple of days, I want to say that video has already reached over 1,300 views, which I think is fantastic. I think it is fantastic the way that people have responded to that video series. It is not the highest video that they have on their channel. I think they have one at like 1.6 that came out like more than a month ago. So the fact that we did like 1.3 in about 3 days, I think is a very good sign that maybe we're off to a good start. I recorded the second video. It is going to be going up, I think, on this coming Wednesday. So if you guys are into speculation, if you're into supporting Go Collect, if you're into supporting me, definitely want to encourage you guys to check out that video on their channel. And again, I think it drops on Go Collect's channel this coming Wednesday. I think we're going to be on a rotation of doing it every single Wednesday. So let me pop back over to the chat here. And again, you guys have my apologies because the screen that I watch for most things is not working with the chat. So I'm having to toggle back and forth. So Jeffrey's like, I was born in 1974. Wolf Blitz says, nice book. Hydra Collectibles, who has been a winner of this contest over in the UK. He actually has a mail-in address in the United States. So we were able to make some magic happen. Collector Rob seems to like the book. Brandon's like, I want. My man, Rob Boswell, just dropped $2 in the super chat. I appreciate that. He dropped $2 and the mic because he says, y'all just give up. I'm going to win this one. So shout out to you, Rob Boswell. I wish you good luck, my friend. I wish you luck in this one. What is this one? Greek Freak is saying, Reggie, when does your video on Go Collect come out every week? Yeah, so my recommendation to them was to actually shift to shift the video release to Wednesdays. I think they had originally been doing it on Fridays, and Fridays is not a good day. It's not a good day for videos, or at least in my estimation on YouTube. Earlier in the week, like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday seems to be a much better time frame. Monday is a little slow. Friday's a little slow. So I recommended to them Tuesday through Thursday, and I was like, you probably want to go on Wednesday, new comic book day. And they followed that advice. And so, yeah, there we go. Scrolling down, Chris Bigger says, proud of you. Thank you, man. I mean, again, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I've said it before. Like, the way that you guys support this channel is what puts me in a position to be able to do these things. And that is being completely honest, right? The way that you guys engage in the comment section, in the chats, the way that you watch the videos, all of that stuff puts me in a position to be able to do these types of things, right? It is not just because of Regie, right? So I appreciate, the acknowledgement of what I'm able to do, but it is honestly because of the support that you guys give me that puts me in a position to do this stuff. These giveaways that I do, it is because of you guys, right? Without the views, without the likes, without the comments, I could not do this. Completely honest, I could not do it. So thank you guys for continuing to support the channel. So scrolling down, I actually had somebody that said, I like the points that you made in this video. And this was about the Go Collect recap. And I had to comment. I was like, actually, I'd like to take credit for it, but I can't. It's actually the blogger's thoughts, right? All I'm doing in some cases is reading what the bloggers wrote, and then I ad-lib some stuff. But a lot of that content comes from the community, that being the bloggers that actually submit content into Go Collect. So scrolling down through some of the comments here, Rush Diehard says, I told them to pick you, true story. Rush, I actually read that comment, bro. I read that comment, and I don't think I liked it, but I sure did like it. No, again, you guys honestly did this. You guys honestly did it either through direct stuff like my man Rush or indirect stuff. But I definitely appreciate you guys. So scrolling down through some of the other comments here. Nash says he just sub Go Collect. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that. Jim says just saw your video. It was great. Thank you, man. Monte Vista is here. The winner of this week's Go Collect video, or the Go Collect giveaway, just rolled in. My man Monte Vista, congrats, bro. This book is yours. It is Spellbound number 12. Make sure you send me an email to Regie@RegieCollects.com with all of your information, shirt size, shirt color, all that stuff. I will bound this stuff up and get it sent out to you. Jerry says, Regie, saw your first video. Thoroughly enjoyed it. You kept it real, bro. I did indeed. At least I tried. I tried to keep it real. So scrolling down through some of the comments, I missed something. What was this? Regie, Monty wants to A-OK the book. Oh my goodness. That is fantastic. Wow. So I just read the comment here from Tina. Thank you, Tina, for raising the flag. I see the blue a lot easier, and then she threw it up in all caps, so it's easy for me to see it. Looks like she is going to A-OK it, or Monte Vista is going to A-OK it to Matthew, young Matthew. So Matthew, I already have your address. I will bundle it up. I don't think that we have your shirt size because I think you're like a medium, maybe, if I remember correctly. So let me know whether you want the shirt for someone else in the family or whether you want the pin. Let me know. Either way, I will bundle it up and get it sent out to you. So Regie with the Go Collect video, when do you sleep? Man, yeah, I do better when I'm busy. I do better when I'm busy. Trust me, I get plenty of sleep. I do get plenty of sleep. I try to be super efficient with my time. That is the secret. Try to be very efficient with the time that I do have. If it's family, I'm on family time. If I'm grinding things out here in the room late at night, I'm here in this room grinding it out, and I try to be super efficient with my time. So scrolling down through the comments. All right. So we are gonna, Reggie is like Reggie is like Bane with Kibbage. I love Chris Bigger. I really, I really do love that guy. Yeah, man. Joe Brown's like passing the good comic karma. There is something to be said for comic karma, man. If people don't believe in it, I'm telling you, man. Because here's the thing. Here's the thing. I'm gonna be completely honest. Someone gave me a really large donation to the chat to the channel as part of my 2-year anniversary. And it was very humbling. And my immediate thought was, I have to pay this forward, right? That was my immediate thought. And what was crazy is I was actually thinking about doing something earlier in that day when that super chat came in. I was like, now it's a done deal. I end up turning around and buying some artwork for Matthew, 16-year-old guy that lives not too far from me, away from me. I wanted to support his artwork because he put up this sketch that was just really, really dope. It's really, really dope. And I'm not going to tell you what it is because I'm actually going to show it when I get it. And he felt a little uncomfortable. He was like, well, I'm going to give you some extra stuff. I want to throw in some extra stuff, right? And now Monte Vista is like, hey, I want to give this to Matthew. Comic karma is real. It is a real thing, right? And that's just one example. That's just one example in like 3 days of what has actually happened that I am actually aware of, right? There is so much more that happens. There is something to be said for just being a good person, you know? So shout out to everyone out there, man, because there's a lot of really wonderful things that you all do for one another that does not get mentioned, but I know that it happens. I know that it happens. I believe it. So anyway, I'm going to wrap this thing up. I have thoroughly enjoyed hanging out with you guys tonight. I hope that you enjoyed the show. And if you did, I definitely want to encourage you to hit the thumbs up. I am not going to recap the videos for tonight. Actually, you know what? Let me do that real quick. Let me run through the videos that are going to be coming out this week. I normally have a list kind of pulled up in front of me to make it a little bit easier myself, and I did not do it tonight, but I'm actually going to rip through it real quick because I want to give you guys a heads up on the videos that are going to be coming out. So I'm actually going to be doing a video that is going to be coming out this week, and it's going to be on unsung heroes. There are so many, because this is what teed it up. There are so many unsung real life heroes that are behind the scenes that touch comics that we never talk about. There's some characters, some people, right? Characters that get a lot of attention. There's others that don't necessarily get the attention. So I'm actually going to be releasing a video in which I need your help because I want you guys to identify the unsung heroes in history that don't get the attention that they deserve because of their talents and because they play a role that might be a background role. So that video is going to be coming out. There is going to be a tribute video that is going to be dropping this week for my man, Michael Turner. The late, great, super talented, uber talented Michael Turner. There will be a tribute video that is going to be coming out from him. There is going to be a massive haul of comics from New Comic Book Day that is going to be coming out. I'm actually, I kind of remastered 2 videos. I basically took 2 videos and kind of combined them together and kind of chopped a couple of things off. But this video is going to be dropping. It's the first time I've ever done a video of this sort where I've kind of pulled some old stuff together. And I did it because I think it's a really good topic that I constantly get questions about that I wanted to kind of put back out there now that the audience is a little larger. And it's really on like how I manage my finances and how I make the hobby pay for itself. So that video will be dropping at some point this week. I'm also going to give you guys a look at behind the scenes at this wall behind me, right? The basically everything that I did to basically set up this wall. I'm actually going to give you guys a little bit of a behind the scenes tour of that. So I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those are the 5 videos that are going to be coming out this week. And then I'm also going to be dropping, as I almost always do, a podcast on Podbean. So Podbean, if you go there, or if you go to, iTunes or Google Play and search for Regie Collects, you will be able to find the podcast. You can actually take some of these recordings on the go. So that's what's happening from the channel this week. And again, I definitely want to encourage you guys to stay tuned to all the videos, because in one of those videos will be a phrase that will put you in a position to be able to win Doctor Strange #1 Signature Series 9.0. Pretty cool book. So stay tuned for that. And if you guys need to reach out to me, you can do it on Instagram at Regie Collects, or you can send me an email to Regie@regiecollects.com. Take care.